Jeannie, you look back on this whole cell phone story and you're like,
What the fuck?
yeah, drink for being stupid, right?
I know.
All right, before we begin the show, let's thank our sponsors. First and foremost, our title sponsor, Once Upon a Coconut, all natural, non-GMO coconut water with natural electrolytes and no added sugar. You can choose from pure blueberry, pineapple, watermelon, sparkling energy, and chocolate flavors with Once Upon a Coconut. Stay hydrated and refreshed. And if you're wondering why it tastes so darn good, it's due to a combination of factors, including the freshness and sweetness of young coconut water, the lack of additives, and the natural electrolytes present. And the best part about it, Once Upon a Coconut, 10% of profits go to charity that benefit our communities, including the Down Syndrome Foundation, Breast Cancer Foundation, Leukemia Society. Good things, good people, great product. So you can grab it at some Sprouts. You can grab it on Amazon. You can go online to find a store near you or purchase it right there off of their website, onceuponacoconut.com. It is delish. Big thanks to Inspect All Pest Services, our buddy Nick and the crew over at Inspect All Pest Services, providing the highest quality termite, pest, and wildlife control. That's not all they do. Inspect All can take care of your insulation, pressure washing, gutter maintenance, and other home services in Metro Atlanta and the surrounding areas. Remember, seasonal, you get different bugs and critters all around your house, so you want to go with the best in the business, and that would be one of our fine sponsors from day one, InspectAllServices.com. It's the Mad Dog, Manny Aurora, with the Aurora Law Firm, best darn defense attorney in the world, litigating all over the United States, based out of Georgia. We're talking criminal defense, white-collar crime, DUI, drug offenses, appeals, and more. And you can always get your legal questions answered by the Mad Dog, Manny Aurora, by getting those to me. And when he pops up on a show, you get your questions answered. So go to thebaileyshow.com and we'll get those questions to the Mad Dog. The Aurora Law Firm.com. He is the best in the business when it comes to therapists. There's no doubt about that. I use them, and so should you. We're talking about Dr. David Markwell with Ridgeline Counseling. He's got 10 therapists in-house, 3 different locations there in Georgia, one across from Sprayberry High School in Sandy Plains in East Cobb, Marietta near the Square in McKaysville, just outside of Blue Ridge. But if you're not in Georgia and you need to talk to the good doctor, then you can go online and get virtual sessions. Ridgeline Counseling at gmail.com if you'd like to email him directly, or go online to markwelltherapy.com. There is no better time to check if your insurance is any good. That's why FBC Insurance is waiting for you to reach out. You can call them at 888-308-1841 or email them info@fbcinsuranceservices.com. I just switched up my car insurance because I got a better deal. And FBC Insurance, they were the people to find it. Perfect for new homeowners, especially if you're trying to reshop those current insurance policies. 5-star service, multi-policy, bundled discounts, and they're going to shop every carrier out there to find the best insurance for your house, flood, storm season, auto, motorcycle, boat, recreational vehicle, or just a personal policy. 888-308-1841 or go online, FBCInsuranceServices.com. Another one of our great sponsors in storm season. You have to talk to the good people at Alternate Power Solutions of Georgia. Family owned and operated. They are a Generac generator dealer, founded in 2012. So storm season, power goes out. Who knows when it's coming back on? Don't be that guy or girl that does not have a backup plan and having power for whatever it be, especially medical devices, fans, air conditioning, so on and so forth. Offering sales, service, installation, and repair of automatic home standby and portable generators. Every single one of you, when you become a customer at Alternate Power Solutions of Georgia, you get an upgraded warranty, free monitoring, and warranty repair. A+ rating with a BB&B, and you pay nothing until the job is complete. Call or request a free home assessment. You can go to their website, poweringgeorgia.com, or buzz them at 770-853-7571. Use the discount code Bailey, my last name, and get $500 off your entire installation. All right? Servicing Georgia and Tennessee. Alive Ozone Therapy Spa in Altamont Springs, Florida. This is mine and my wife's wellness spa. If you have an autoimmune, cancer, HIV, just simple biohacking, long COVID, the answer is yes to just about anything that's going on in your body. Most of the time it starts with inflammation, and ozone therapy, it decreases inflammation. So ozone therapy, we are the first and only to do it in Central Florida. That is a live ozone therapy spa. We also offer red light therapy, halo therapy, pressotherapy, PMF grounding mat, as well as naturally in-house made ozone infused products like the magnesium butter that many of you absolutely love. Ozone therapy, what is it? Quickly, it repairs and rejuvenates your cells to the mitochondrial level by using activated oxygen. Simple as that. No side effects. That's all there is to it. It's a 30-minute session, and you actually burn up to 600 calories when you're in the Hocket sauna. We do it the most non-invasive way. So whether you're in the area or you want to travel, book an appointment, AliveOzoneTherapySpa.com. All the products you can get there as well. And remember, for you two peers, use the discount code BS10 to take that off those online products. If you want to be a sponsor of the show, reach out to me via thebaileyshow.com. And if you are a listener of this podcast and you need any of our great sponsors, please reach out to them. Now, let's begin.
What do we want to talk about?
To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Welcome to the Bailey Show podcast. A guy show women love to listen to.
Intellectually immature nonsense.
That's BS.
That's BS.
That's BS. That's BS.
Okay, then, let's do it.
All right, there it is. Episode 407 of the BS, the Bailey Show podcast. All on the BPX. That is the Bailey Podcast Exchange. We're talking 3 different shows, 5 days a week, all in one feed. So hopefully you watch the show on Spotify because that's where you get the video and the audio. Remember, there are 3 different shows of the BS, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You're getting the Wednesday released episode, the Freebay episode, because it's free. But there are Tuesday episodes and Thursday episodes. Getting a lot of feedback from yesterday's released episode talking about the Charlie Kirk stuff and those that are idiots that went online and cheered the situation. So if you want to listen to that episode, you can simply go to jasonbailey.com and subscribe. It's very easy. It's just $4.99 a month, and it all goes to a good cause. You know, more subscribers, the better. So I appreciate that. Thanks to all of our great sponsors. If you need one of them, use them. Tell them the BS sent you. Our title sponsor, Once Upon a Coconut, onceuponacoconut.com. Go there, put in your zip code, find out where nearest you they sell it. Or you can order online and get any of the delicious flavors that they have to offer and use the discount code BS Podcast 10 at checkout in order to save some geetuses, as I like to say. Remember, there is a merch store on jasonbailey.com, which I can either confirm or deny as I'm speaking right now. The new jasonbailey.com is up. I don't know if it's up yet or not. I've seen it. It's getting close. It might be up. I don't know. But if you go there, either way right now, there's a merch store and the subscribe and all that good stuff. All right. Thanks for being here. My name's Jason Bailey. There's the Foxx with 2 X's. Melissa, hello.
Hi. Sponsored by Insure.
No, take that down. They're not giving me a damn dime.
They're giving me a dime.
Tell them to give me some money and we can say Insure. Thanks for Insure. There's the Bald Badger, Benjamin. Hello.
Hi, Bailey. Hey, did you know that the Pope can't be an organ donor?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Did you know the Pope cannot be an organ donor?
I did not know that.
How about that?
How about that? Good conversation. Good talk. Where did you learn that?
I love random facts. I think random stupid trivia is amazing, and I heard that recently. I just wanted to share it with you, make you a better person.
That's great, but you need to know why.
Why can't he be an organ donor? I would assume because people would.
Nope.
Oh, you know the reason?
No, you just should never assume. You should know. I mean, like, I like useless facts as well. So if you find
you need to find the root of the
situation. Because you can't be the guy that goes and tells somebody a useless fact that's extremely interesting and not expect to have a conversation about it. Right?
Yeah, what's the premise? I mean, come on.
The body belongs to the Catholic Church and must be buried intact.
So being an organ donor, is that anti-Catholic by any chance?
Well, that would not be an intact body. That would be an out of tact.
That's what I'm saying. But is it just for the Pope or is it for all Catholics?
I believe it's just for the Pope.
Okay. Well,
so basically the Pope's body is looked at as a veneration or a relic.
Okay.
Whereas a normal Catholic citizen is just, somebody that can donate stuff.
Well, like the Jews, for example, I believe, and I don't know this for a fact, but I believe Jews do not get embalmed.
No, and they have to be in the ground in 3 days, and I don't think they're supposed to have any tattoos either.
Right. So there's something with their
Damn it.
there's something with their religion, so that's why, like, I did not know with the Catholic religion, because that I think I remember hearing something like that where you have to be intact.
So Catholics can donate, but the Pope cannot. So once the Pope becomes the Pope, his body becomes the property of the Holy See, the Catholic Church.
Yeah, wow, that sounds
there actually has been numerous popes that had a organ donor card, but once they become Pope, it is invalidated. They can no longer donate the organs.
Oh, I wonder if they become popeless if they refuse. Like, you're fired from being the Pope.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I want to use the word palpable, but I can't in this sentence.
I don't think it's a game changer if you already donated a kidney.
I don't. Yeah. What if you've already? Yeah, that's a good one. What if you've already?
You were probably ixnayed from the whole poping conversation at that point.
Yeah.
See, if you're going to bring this up, you got to know everything about the Pope.
Well, now I know. I can't bring up random shit without knowing all kinds of random shit about that one random thing.
Damn right.
I'll keep that in mind.
You just have to know how to deflect. I mean,
not good at that either.
No,
or genuflect, one of the other.
Yeah,
you said it wrong.
You'd have to say, you know what? Let me get back to you on that. Or, that's a great question.
I don't think you'd let me get away with saying, let me get back to you on that, would you?
Not a chance.
Not with something as weird as Pope organs.
Right.
You'd be like, no, we're sticking on this one for a minute. Let's ride it till the wheels fall off.
Because now I've got questions about the Pope. Like, has there ever been a Pope that's been fired?
No, we've had him resign before, though, obviously.
And what do you do after you're the Pope? Like,
well,
you go to
Home
die.
Depot.
No. Like, if you're a Pope and you get fired, let's just say hypothetically speaking, because I don't know, you're a Pope and you get fired, and you're like, well, I still want to work. I'm in my 60s. Do you go to Home Depot?
Pope retirement plan? Yeah, I mean, you could be a greeter at Walmart,
right? And then you're like, well, can we see your resume? And it's like, yeah, I was a priest, and I was a cardinal, and then I was a Pope. I used to live at the Vatican City. I just recently moved to Orange City, Florida, and I'm looking to work the electrical aisle at Home Depot.
Do you know anything about the electrical aisle at Home Depot?
No,
perfect. You're hired.
Right, exactly.
You'll fit right in. Home Depot. Here's your vest.
Yeah. No, but I think if you have that type of resume, you can say no, but I'm sure the good Lord will entrust enough information,
Not if you got fired, man. You're not on the good side of God at that point.
How cool would that be? Like a fired Pope working at your local Home Depot. That'd be like who would not go to that Home Depot and shop in that aisle just to meet a fired ex-Pope wearing an orange smock? And like his name's on the smock, it says Pope, ex-Pope.
Ex-Pope. Francis Diasthenes the 17th.
Right, exactly. His smock, for some reason, they give him a white one.
You got to wear the funny little hat still. Yeah.
So there have been popes that were fired. They called it deposed, but they were fired. But according to modern canon law, a pope cannot be removed from his position against his will. He's basically God on earth.
Okay, so the fired popes, what did they do afterwards?
They worked at Home Depot. It says right here.
That's right there.
Like, what do you do if you're saying that there have been fired popes in the past? What did they do for work afterwards?
Well, it was 1415. So I'm thinking it had something to do with tobacco or whittling.
Yeah, I mean, you guys still earn some money, earn your keep.
Yeah, they sent them out to make rope.
Yeah, like these are questions I have. When you bring stuff like that up, you got to be prepared. Hopefully we'll have this guest join us here, and it was all good last time I checked with her. She's actually, I believe she lives in Orlando. I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons I'm having her on. She was in Orlando when she was on this show on Netflix called LoveCon Revenge. Her name's Jeannie.
Lives on the outskirts of Orlando.
Does she really?
One of the other towns, yeah.
What part?
The close to your mother.
Okay, I mean, you can say it.
She lives in Eustis.
She does, really?
Yeah, that's what I read. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know nothing about her. Jeannie Marie O'Donnell is her name, and I saw her on this show on Netflix. Like I'm trying to find, my wife and I get in bed, every night, and we watch our story programs, and we're so happy with Tracker, and then Reacher, and then Animal Kingdom, and Animal Kingdom was great because it was 4 seasons, and
It's 4, 6.
7. See, whatever. There was a lot of episodes to watch.
I'm on 3.5 right now.
So we're very, very excited about it. And then when it's over, I mean, I still haven't found anything to replace my Animal Kingdom fix. So we're
Still
just
found what you're looking for.
Yeah, we're still trying to find something.
Hunter.
We ran across LoveCon Revenge, which I think I talked about last week on the show. And yeah, it's okay. But I think it was like the second episode, there was the story about this guy conning this woman and the date and all this other stuff, and we'll tell the story when she comes on. And then this girl kind of becomes part of this weird story, and it's this Jeannie girl, and starts talking about she's in Orlando. I was like, oh, I should be able to get her. So I did. I reached out to her. She was awesome. She was cool, and she agreed to come on. So anyway, she'll come on. There's another dating. Now I like shows. I don't necessarily like the Netflix produced reality shows, which this is pretty much what this is. And this other show that's one of these Netflix, it's actually like the executive producer is Michelle Obama, and it's called, but the name of it is hilarious. Like I laughed my ass off when I saw the trailer. It's called, very clever name, The Later Daters. And it's about older people, 60s and 70s, that are trying to find a companion. It is awesome. I'm like, that is
Later Daters.
Later Daters. I go, I am watching it just based off of the name, Later
Yeah.
Daters. I think that's cool. It's actually pretty good. All these people are in Atlanta. All these people are in Georgia. So, so some of the places that they're going to, I know what it is. So
Are they following them around the nursing home and into broom closets and stuff?
no, it's not like that. They're it's kind of sad, and you kind of put yourself in their shoes, and you're like, you're in your 60s, so like one guy's in his late 50s. A lot of these men are in their 60s. There's one woman that's 70. She was married to the guitarist for Humble Pie. So she is
wow.
Like way,
Wait, wasn't that Peter Frampton?
No.
Maybe the other guitarist.
Okay, all right.
It was not Peter Frampton. I can tell you that.
That was not
All
Peter
right.
Frampton.
So
He was in Humble Pie.
They're professionals. Like, I mean, they were like optometrists and lawyers, and they were married or their spouses died. They have grown children and they're by themselves. The world is their oyster. They're financially set, so that's not a problem. But they're in this big house. And I think this one woman's, I think she's probably on Lake Lanier in Georgia or something, but this big house on the lake, and she's got nobody. But she's kind of annoying, and you kind of understand
Kind of explains a lot, doesn't it?
But once you're that age and you're in your ways, you're not going to change. So I can only, that's a whole new, they bring in this dating coach, this young girl. She's very smart, Harvard grad, behavioral scientist degree, and she's got all this stuff. She's very smart, and her advice is very good. One of the things that she points out to this, one of these women, like, drink for being stupid, is that when they're going out on a date, they're treating dating like when they dated, which would have been 50 years ago, 40 years ago, right? Dating has changed. Now you'd go, well, if they're the same age, it would be the same thing, but that's not necessarily true, right? So a lot of things that they're doing on their dates is kind of old ways. And I think that would even go for people like us. I'm not single, obviously, but when I dated, I was very good at it. I was a very good bachelor. And if I went back out in that dating world now, because I remember after my first divorce and I went back in the dating, the whole thing had changed. Just in that 5-ish years, the dating world changed.
When you say you were good at it, what was a typical first date Bailey's gonna set up for this potential suitoress?
It all depended on what type. It all depended on what type of girl they were. So
But you didn't know that yet.
I read.
If her daddy's rich,
No.
if her daddy's poor.
I can read anybody in 60 seconds. So if that was so, as a kind of an old soul, I believe in dressing up, going to a nice restaurant, flowers, all that good stuff. But what I learned, I was dating younger women. I was in my 30s and I felt like I was in my 70s. 20-year-olds at that time, they didn't want to do any of that. Like, a nice restaurant to them was Olive Garden. So I was trying too hard, not purposely, but it's essentially what I was doing. It was like, hey, let's go get sushi at a nice restaurant. And that was way above their pay grade. Not that they were paying, but you know what I mean? It was like, like, you don't have to do all this stuff. It's like, what do you want to do? It's like, let's just go to a bar and have beers or something. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So I learned that I didn't have to do all that fluffy stuff. But if I found somebody, like Rach is 10 years younger than me, but she, she's kind of an old soul. I mean, she was already had 2 children and she was been in the workforce and, she's had a ton of life experience. So when I first started, actually when we first started dating, it was weird. It was like, we met and then we slept together and then we started dating and then we were like glued at the hip and then we just never left each other's side. But with Rach, she's a classy gal. Take her out to a nice place. She enjoyed it. She liked to be pampered and all that stuff. All the stuff the women like. Some women do that like that. Some women don't. But all these women in this later daters show, that's what they, were expecting, like roses, and the conversation that they were having were very old schooly stuff. But I won the game. So, that's how good I was.
You did win the game. Good for you.
I did. It's a fact. The game got too easy. So I know it sounds very arrogant, but the game got too easy. Like literally way too easy. And it was so repetitious and boring. I was like, I don't want to deal with the game anymore. And I'd always been kind of a relationship guy. I was like, I want to find someone. Thank God I found Rachel, because I couldn't imagine being single. Now, like, we're laying in bed watching the show, and I was like, this is what you have to look forward to if either A, you leave me, or B, I die. You're going to have to, because this one lady, she's like in her 60s, the optometrist, retired, blah, blah, blah. Kids are grown. She's got a ton of money. She, she's living in the past, because of her husband and how much she loved her husband and stuff. And she wants a companion. And this is the thing. And that's all she talks about is back then. It's tough when you're that age to not talk about the past, because that's your life. And you have more in the past than you do technically in the future, if you play the math game. So the love coach or the dating coach is saying, you have to be present. Talk about today. Older people have a problem doing that, talking about themselves and in the past and what they did. And there's nothing wrong with saying who you are, but let's talk about the now. Let's talk about that. And let's talk about what your goals are moving forward versus, oh, I did this and back in the day and all those types of things. So it's psychologically, it's a very interesting show, but I was thinking of Foxx the entire time, because we've talked about this the last couple of weeks. Foxx, you're how old?
61.
61, but you're a young 61, right? I look at you right now. You look great. Your hair looks great. Shirt looks great. Face looks great. Axl Rose thing going great. Love it. You don't look 61 to me, right? Not even close, right? I would put you in your 40s.
Thank you.
But you are 61. You have the mindset of a 61-year-old. So when
the mindset of a 12-year-old boy.
Well, you know what I mean, as far as the life history of a 61. And so when you go out on these dates, and I don't know if you ever went out with that sugar mama or not.
Not yet.
Okay. So when you go out on these dates, do you talk about the past or the present or the future?
I have not gone out on a date yet. I have only conversed with people, and so far mostly scams, aside from the sugar mama, which I have talked with, I should say listened to repeatedly for like the past 10 days. And when I say listen to, it's because, and I love to talk, but apparently I am made to listen, because every question that I am asked, I get 2 or 3 words out, and then that's it. And then I listen for 7 or 8 minutes.
All you're allotted is the couple words there.
Apparently so. And it's becoming tedious, and I'm not
Yeah, it
looking
sounds like work.
I'm not looking forward to the conversations anymore. And as much as I love stream of consciousness speaking, I can't fathom listening to this go on and on. One day it was a call where she just put the phone down so that I could listen to what she did during her day at work.
Okay, so I
Uh,
might have been wrong on a prior episode when you said that about this woman. I think my response was she's narcissistic, because usually that would be what it is. But after watching this show, The Later Daters on Netflix, and listening to this dating coach deal with a woman that's 71 years old, that was the one that at one time was with the guy from Humble Pie.
Okay.
She doesn't shut up. Does not shut up. She goes out on this date with this audio engineer. You can tell he's an old radio guy. And it's so awkward and it's so uncomfortable. He actually ends the date early and tells her, "You haven't asked me a damn question this entire time." It's like, this is a horrible experience. I got to go. Like I've never done that before. Like I felt so, I'm sitting there grabbing Rachel. I'm like, well, I don't know if I can watch this anymore. It's so uncomfortable. But when she goes and talks to the dating coach and tells her about it, the dating coach gives her this information. She says, "You're doing this because you're nervous. You haven't done this in so long. Your thing is when you're nervous, you talk, and you don't realize that you're shutting that person down. So if you like this woman, right, the sugar mama, you might want to have a serious conversation with her." No, seriously. And just as a favor to me, just because I'm curious, and say, "Hey, do you like me?" And let's just say, for conversation's sake, she says, "Yes, I like you a lot." And go, "Do you want to, see if there's something between us?" She says, "Yeah, I'd like that very much." And then say, "Do you realize that you do 90+% of the talking?" And see what her response is. And if she says yes, go, "Do you know why that is? Why do you talk so much and not ask me questions about my life?" And see what she says. And she might reply back with, "I'm new at this," or "I'm not used to a lesbian relationship," or whatever the case may be. And she might say, "I'm nervous." And that might be the reason why. And that would be a like right out of the gates connection, because you were vulnerable, she was vulnerable, and you solved the problem before you became a thing, right? It's pretty good, huh?
Great idea, except I already did it by text because there was no way to get a word in edgewise while I was talking to her on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried several times to say, hang on a sec, let me say something. Never worked. So on text is pretty much the only way. And even then, she doesn't actually read them, I think. But I wrote, you're very talkative. It's hard to get, a full sentence out there. No response.
Or she didn't reply back.
Not on that. She just went on, and the texts are just like word salad, just go on and on and on about stuff that she's doing. So I don't think it's that at all. As much as I respect your thought patterns on that. I don't know. I don't think it's narcissism either. I think she's just a fucking nutcase.
Well, that could be it too.
Perfect.
Yeah, right. Like you two together.
No. Next Sunday she's coming down, and she's talked herself into coming in a whole all the way through my 2 days off, which one is Sunday and one is a Thursday. And you know what?
So she might be here for the podcast.
Not the point. Point is, I'm already dreading it. Yeah, and I'm not attracted to this person at all. The more I look at the face, I'm like, ew.
Then why don't you shut it down? So
I don't know how to shut it down because I haven't gotten a word in edgewise.
I can tell you how to shut it down, but you have to listen to me and agree to do it before I tell you.
Well, that's not cool. All right.
Have her on the show. I'll shut it down for you. Look, Miss Lesbian Sugar Mama Lady, my friend, not interested anymore. No need for you to drive over and have a week-long lesbian date with my friend Melissa Foxx. Sorry.
Ooh, or instead of having her on the podcast, which would be optimal, just give Bailey her contact information and he can record the conversation.
Yeah, I
If
want
he
to.
can get a word in edgewise.
Oh, I could. I know how to shut that down. I totally could. Totally could.
I swear to God, it just goes on and on and on.
You don't think she might be embarrassed because you called her out?
No,
No.
I don't think at all. I mean, it just doesn't seem to catch.
No. All right. So
Yeah.
where do we go from here? You got any other possibles?
Not at the moment, maybe. Everybody, again, the problem we run into is a distance issue. But
Yeah,
I
but
do
you
have
got
a
to
new
shine a new
scooter.
bike.
Yeah, I do.
I saw you on it the other day.
Did you? It's nice, right?
I honked. Yeah, I saw the orange flash
I
going
waved.
down 25th.
I waved. I did.
He's got a bike with a flag.
No, flash.
Nope.
She said flash.
Oh, flag.
She has this orange jacket and shoe combination that's quite bright.
Sweet.
And a backpack. I have an orange backpack that goes with it too.
Oh, sweet. All right. Well, let's bring our guest on. We can revisit the Melissa Foxx looking for lesbian love dating. Not that we're a dating podcast, but
Kind of getting there.
dude, look, truth be told, and anybody that's listened to me on the radio for any amount of years, top things I love to talk about: disasters, huge dilemmas, and relationships.
Lickety splits. Yeah.
Well, the lickety splits just happens to be for you, but just anything in a relationship. I love talking about it because it's a never ending conversation. And plus it makes people like, you've gotten all my attention. I haven't even dug into Ben yet. I love talking to Ben about it because it makes him feel so uncomfortable. I love uncomfortable conversation.
I'm not uncomfortable with it.
Goody.
He gets on tilt so easily. And
He's already blushing. Oh my God.
So much fun, because he just shuts it down because he doesn't know how to converse about it. He just is like, no, because I don't want to. No, I don't. He's like a Muppet. No, I don't. He's like those white guys.
That's exactly how I look.
White guys in the balcony. Like,
Actually, you do look like the leader of the band, the Muppet Band.
No. No.
What are you, Waldorf?
Phenomenal.
Statler.
All right, let's bring our guest on before she says, I'm not going on with these people. These people are nuts.
There she is.
There she is. Let's welcome to the BS podcast. Do I just call you Jeannie O'Donnell? That's what it says on your thing. Just Jeannie?
No, I didn't know if I needed a nickname or something cool, so I just put my name like lame.
No. It's all good. So again, Jeannie, I saw her on this Netflix show called LoveCon Revenge, and she wasn't even the focal point.
Mm-hmm.
It was a story, and we'll elaborate on it here in a second, but it was a story about this girl that got scammed by this guy that said he was in the military and she was getting screwed over big time. And it went from Boston and then ended up somehow here in Orlando. And then he started dating this other girl, insert Jeannie. And I'm watching it. I'm going, Orlando girl, we got to get her on the show. And I think you were the reason, right, that the guy eventually got caught, right?
Yeah, I was the missing piece, I guess you should say.
Right, exactly. So walk me through this. I mean, you obviously know the story from front to back, but walk me through the story and then how you got involved with the actual television program.
So, do you want to know the whole dating story, the beginning of it?
With the other girl. Yeah, with the other girl.
Well, I didn't know about the other girl until obviously we were dating, me and this guy Ricky. I can say names on here, right?
Sure.
Obviously.
He's on Netflix.
Whatever. Yeah. We don't really like him.
Don't blame him.
Yeah, so me and Ricky were dating. It just got a little weird. He took some money from me. I lended it to him. So I will say I'm not going to be one of those people who says he stole it from me, but he did kind of con me out of some money. And then all of a sudden he kind of ghosted. And when that happened, I had some like weird gut feelings and it just felt like really awkward. And what happened was I started, I actually went anonymously on one of those, like, are you dating the same guys? You ever see those sites on Facebook?
Yeah.
They're great. They're absolutely great if you're bored and you really just want to get some, like, you know, intel and like some stuff going on. Nowadays, you just put somebody's first name in and all this stuff starts populating. And of course, the one time I don't do it is the guy that I date and he takes the money from me and it is what it is. But I ended up going on there anonymously first, and I just posted him. And the whole storyline is that a few girls in Orlando was like, oh, I know this guy, went out with him, and things started pieces started falling into place. And then I decided, I'm going to do this not anonymously. I'm just going to go on and just kind of post because I have a lot of friends that are on it. And when I did that, I decided to look up his name first. And this girl, Cecilia, who is pretty much, she works with the PI over in, I don't know where she is. She's actually in London right now. She lives in London, but she works with the PI over here in the United States. She posted all this stuff about trying to find Ricky. And it kind of just, I saw this site, face was right there. And I was like, can I swear on this site?
Sure. Yeah.
It's like, oh damn, shit. Like, fuck, this is the guy. Like, this is the guy
Can I
dating
swear?
for a
Darn
couple
it.
years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like what's going on. And I ended up like contacting the person that posted it. And it was like this whole big, downfall of what happened, of that we were dating somebody. He was a runaway from, I don't want to say he was an ex-con. He just had a warrant out for his arrest in Rhode Island, in the Boston area, Rhode Island, I guess, Providence. And he basically fled because he had a warrant out for his arrest in Rhode Island, came down to Orlando, started dating me, did the same thing that he did to the girl in Rhode Island, and started dating me, took my money, took her money, and all the pieces kind of got put together. So it was kind of crazy. It really was. But then me and the ex-girlfriend, Bridget, started chit-chatting. It was actually kind of crazy because the day that we figured out, my heart's pounding because it was a week after, you know what I mean? So my heart was just like, it just happened. And we exchanged Instagrams and all this crazy stuff. And she's like, where does he live? Do you know where he lives? And I'm like, I could tell you right. My New York side, because I'm from New York, my New York side comes out of me. And I'm just like, I'll show you exactly where he lives. We're going to go by his, and I drove by the house and I'm sitting there like taking photos and videos of his car. Like I went a little bit crazy, but it was like really intense.
I don't understand this guy, Ricky. And again, if you watch the show on Netflix, Love, Con, Revenge, I mean, you see him, he talks, they get him, all that good stuff. Like, I'm looking at you, Jeannie. You are a very attractive woman.
Thank you.
Ricky was not a very attractive man. So,
well, don't give me bad credit. He was okay.
Good for Ricky.
Really, he wasn't. And
he won.
And I'm sitting there in my mind going, how does this dude not only pull this, but end up taking dollar hairs from Hot Jeannie when Ugly Ricky shouldn't be taking doll hairs from anybody?
Dude, she lives in Eustis. It's slim pickings.
Maybe, I guess. So Cecilia, you talk about Cecilia.
Yeah.
She's the PI on the television show, right?
Yeah, she works with the PI. So she's doing the investigation. She's not technically a PI, so I don't want to say anything like the wrong saying, but she's working very well because Cecilia she started off and she did the Tinder Swindler. I don't know if you guys ever watched that on Netflix. That was the big one a couple of years ago, like during the COVID year. So everybody was sitting there. It was one of the hottest documentaries ever.
So Cecilia's the blonde then. She's the main girl. Oh, okay. I got it. She's not the black girl that's helping her.
Yeah. And Cecilia is the one that was from the Tinder Swindler that Netflix really started. Yeah. So Cecilia is a very big advocate of, crimes like this, men against, women against, both. There is times where like men get conned too. So I never want to be one of these people that go on and say like, oh, women don't do this to men, because I think women do it to men too. We just
Mhm.
Maybe you're better at it. I don't know.
Haley.
You know, I
Women do
feel
it to
bad, but
women. Women do it to women too.
women do it to women. You know, like it happens to everybody. Men do it to men. Women do it to women. I mean, even just putting this out there, there's been like an influx of people coming in and just talking to me about like, this has happened to me in anything in the trade world of Bitcoin, of somebody came over and they wanted to like start a business. Like con artists happen everywhere. And this was just more of like love and relationships and how somebody pretty much love bombs you the entire time. I had, the reason I think really now deep down inside of it, and interrupt me if you ever need to start chit chatting because I can talk a little bit. So I apologize.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I had a relationship prior before Ricky. He was great, wonderful guy. I would never say anything bad about him, but relationship ended. It didn't end great, you know, like it happened, you know, and you're kind of like sad about it, devastated, things happened. And, you know, I think Ricky came around and he wasn't the guy that I'm usually going for. He's not really, like you said, he wasn't like this diamond in the rough that I was like, whoa, this guy's you know what I mean? Like this is my Travis Kelsey to my Taylor Swift, you know.
So you don't normally date ugly guys?
I think mid-range. You gotta, you know.
Ben's looking.
Ugly guys need love too.
Yeah. By the way, Ben is if your lesbian Foxx is looking, if you're straight,
I might switch. You never know. After some of these, you know, I have some other stories.
I'm willing to break somebody in. You know what I'm saying?
If you're straight, Ben is looking, and they're both.
I love it.
They're both great people.
Good to know. Good to know. I have some options.
Just so people know, this Ricky guy, again, based off of what I saw on Love Con Revenge on Netflix, how I saw Jeannie, is that his con was with the original girl, is that he was ex-military and he needed money to give to his best friend who was killed in action, which he was there and saw him get shot. The show, then they go to this guy who's deceased and did die in the military, honorably serving, to his family and say, do you know this Ricky guy? They're like, we have no idea. Our son was not shot. He was blown up and we have no idea what you're talking about. But this Ricky guy went over and beyond, got this dude's name tattooed on his under on his forearm. I mean, he was all out. So when he was taking your money, Jeannie, was he using the same line as he used with the other girl, is that he needed money for this family?
I think so. When you watch the show, I think what happens in it is that storyline kind of goes a little bit south for him, because how it works is that Ricky was dating Bridget. They find out that everything's a lie. They go and see Clarence was his name. That was an active military, got killed overseas. Like it was a sad story, but he used Clarence and his story and his legacy to kind of explain how he has, you know, PTSD, all this stuff to Bridget. And I think what happened was, which I didn't know about it, obviously at the time, is that they went after Ricky and they found him, and the private investigators find him in, you know, the Rhode Island area and start bringing it up. And that's when they brought him up the cameras, and it's crazy in the show. And they just say, you know, we know you're lying. You're lying about Clarence. He never did this. He didn't have kids. You're not sending him any money. Where's the money? And I think when that happened, he probably realized that story and that lie that he's been telling probably so many people fizzled, and he can't do it anymore because he might get caught again. And that's when he ran to Orlando in the Florida area. And he brought it up a few times when we were dating, like, but he never really like honed in on it. And that was like his main story. The reason why he needed my money is because he had a failed sale. He was in like a trading of old cell phones. He made it seem, I didn't know nothing about sales. I know nothing about, you know, cell phone use. And the whole storyline is, and he made it so believable, is that T-Mobile and Verizon, all these cell phone places are usually privately owned. A lot of them, not every single one, but some of them are privately owned, and you own them through T-Mobile and you own the store and you everything in it. I know nothing about it. I just assumed he was telling me the truth. And basically he says that when some of these cell phone stores, especially Sprint, which I was on, just got traded into T-Mobile, which is a merger. A lot of their storefronts close, which is, you see them going up and down. I don't know. I'm like, oh,
Jeannie,
cool.
Jeannie, you look back on this whole cell phone story and you're like,
What the fuck?
yeah, drink for being stupid, right?
I know. It's one of those things where I'm just like, what the hell was I thinking? And basically there was some kind of like, because he was in the military and because he was active duty, he did tell me that he made some connections when he was overseas. They needed some cell phones. It was cheaper to buy from here than ship them over. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, why would you go into this huge lie about things if it's not true? Like, it just didn't make any sense. So I believed him. And there was basically a sale that went bad. It was a $50,000 sale, and him and his partner went in 25. And actually, I'm sorry, $40,000, 20 and 20. They were going to resell everything that all their profits or all their stuff for 50,000. So it would be a profit of 10 grand. Again, I'm not good at money. I was blonde at the time. No offense, Melissa. Blonde people, sometimes you have that reputation as girls. And it was just one of those things where I'm just like, okay.
How much do you take from him?
$12,000.
All right, so explain this to me, okay? Because they didn't explain this on this Netflix show, Love Con Revenge, Jeannie.
Yeah.
This Ricky character that scammed all these women out of money. Mm-hmm. You're telling me that he scammed you out of $12,000. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, he made me take a loan out. And then he talked me into taking a loan out.
That's what I was going to ask is, how did he ask you? Were you at dinner? Was it after sex? Were you in bed?
Well, it was, it was more the fact that like, I think he didn't ask right away. He was very patient about it, which is, I commend him for that. He didn't just like come out and ask me. And if he did, I probably would have said no right away, but it was more of a scare tactic. Like, these people are after me. They know where you live. They know where I am. I can't come over to your house. I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. Like, I have this friend. I can get $5 grand from this person. I just need another 15 grand. I'm trying to.
But where were you? What were you doing? Like, were you in the living room? Were you in the
living room? Yeah,
okay,
I was in the living room.
A sit down conversation. I need to talk to you. I need $12,000. And nowhere at that moment, you're like, that's a lot of money. I just met this Ricky character and I'm in Eustis, Florida. He's $12K. This could be
Orlando, Florida.
Okay, it was Orlando.
This could be a hornswoggle.
Yeah.
Never thought.
How long?
Yeah. How long had you known him? And why didn't you do a Google search for buyout phone scam? Because it came right up.
I know. Every single thing that I think of now was like the smart thing to do. And then I just sit there and I go, I was dumb. It was like stupid mistakes. I think it was that I was blinded, but I think it was more like, I thought that if I did this for this guy, he'll see that I'm a ride or die. And he knows that I'm here for him, and he'll know that I'm here for anything, and I'll be there and I'll help. I don't know. I can't even explain to you why I didn't do it. And the worst part about it, I think, is when it came up, I did the loan thing on my phone. He would say, no, actually, no, I can't have you into this. I can't get you into this. I don't want you to do this. And I'm like, thinking about it. I didn't do it right away. And then it was like, he came back the next day and then we're talking, he's stressed and he's walking back and forth, pacing. And you just see like, just the worry and the freaking out, and you're just like, I don't know. It just be like, if you had a sister or a brother, and you're just like, I need to help this person because I care about him.
Were there no other men in your life at that time? You could have picked somebody else that didn't need 12K.
My dating life is a mess. We're gonna go down that rabbit hole. We get the whole subject because.
How did you originally? So you live in Orlando, not Houston. Fox tells me you live in Houston. You live in Orlando.
No, I think I thought Eustis.
No, it's okay. Orlando, Florida, downtown.
Okay, so you're a downtown girl, which has turned into a nightmare from back in the day. I don't know how old you are. Back in my heyday in the 90s, it was awesome. Now it's like
great.
It was hard. So where did you meet this Ricky character, and how did the connection start?
We actually met on Tinder, which is and it's funny because I'm a dating app girl. Like, I love it. I go on dating apps all the time, but I hated Tinder because I thought Tinder was the worst of all of them. Like, just like, they're not there for anything. They're just there for hookups. men on Tinder are just there for sex. It's just like whatever. It's no big deal. And it turned into I think I was bored with what I was on. I was on Hinge, I was on Bumble, and I was just like, these are the same people. Let me just go on Tinder. Maybe I'll just find some like fun little guy right now. No big deal. We'll just have a couple drinks, go out. I just needed it from like the breakup and the ex-boyfriend thing. And I'm just like, I'll just go on Tinder. Like, no big deal. And I went on and Ricky, we matched, and I didn't even want to go out with him. I found him and I was like, oh, this guy's not really like who I usually go out with, like whatever, you know? And he was so persistent and so like, no, I'm going to pick you up. Where do you live? I'm going to pick you up. And I broke every single rule with him. I don't know why. Like, I usually don't have guys pick me up. I usually go and meet somewhere just for safety purposes. I think that's a huge like red flag. Like, just from my personal opinion, I don't want people to know where I live. And for some reason it was like, he's like, no, I'll come get you. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I do want to get picked up. I do want to get taken like a princess. I do want somebody to like open the door for me and do all this stuff because it just feels good. And yeah, Tinder.
All right. Where did you go downtown?
We ended up going to, what's the place across from the porch on Orange Avenue?
I don't even know what the porch is. That's something.
Is that Sodo?
Yeah, past Sodo on Orange Avenue. It's not the waterfront area, and it's not the porch. It's Vanberry's.
Oh, okay. So you're not like downtown, like Chillers and all that stuff.
No. Downtown was a little.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Again, been out of the game.
It was Sunday. It was a Sunday. It was during football season. It was during playoffs. It was Sunday. It was a brunch. So we're like, let's go to Vanberry's because he told me he lived over by like Lake Nona area. So I thought that was kind of like an in-between kind of thing. Ish, I guess. It really wasn't, but it's closer to me. But
did you hook up with him on the first date? You did.
No.
Yes, you did.
She did.
Okay, so let's be
ugly Ricky.
Hold on. Let's just.
Ricky had it going on. He had some moves. I tell you.
So again, you're talking to a 50-year-old guy that's been married 13 years, but back in the day, I was very good at dating. I was a very good bachelor.
That's what they all say.
But I won. You should see my wife. You should meet her. She's amazing. So but the dating game has totally changed. Like, I've never been an app guy, this and this and that. Yeah, one night stands and hookups. I get that. But let's be honest, women, just like guys, have certain needs, certain wants, especially if you're vulnerable, just got out of a relationship and you're like, hey, look, I'm mad at this guy, especially I want to get laid. That's the thing. So again, let's be honest. You went on, especially a Tinder, and you're like, I'm going to find a guy. If I just
have fun,
remotely like him, I'm probably going to sleep with him. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay. So you meet this Ricky guy. You're like, okay, he's saying all the right things. He's doing all the right things. 1 to 10, yeah, maybe a 6-ish, but I can deal with it. There's some things that I like. And then you go back. Am I right so far?
Yeah. 4-ish, 5-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, I was being nice. So you then take him back to your house, or you go back to his house?
My house.
Your house. Okay. So who initiates that? Do you say, hey, why don't you come in and let's watch a movie, or we
wanted to watch the rest of the football game. That was the whole, because it was playoff. Like I said, it was playoff season. I'm a big football fan, so I'm like, all right, whatever. We did brunch, and then it turned into still wanted to hang out. We went to the movies, and then after that, we went to another bar to watch. And the funny thing is, here's the kicker: it was January, and I was doing dry January, so I wasn't even drunk. So I can't even blame this on alcohol and stupid decisions. It was literally my own brain, which is
when you were. Did he stay the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he left around like 8:00 in the morning.
Okay, so when he left, were you satisfied? And did you have the urge to like, I've got to see, this is the guy, I got to see him again? Or were you like, it was a good time, it was fun, thank God it was safe, I'm going to move on with my life?
To be honest, I don't even remember. I remember everything up to it. I don't remember that part of it, like the bedroom scene part, like whatever, we were hooking up on the couch, we moved over to the bed, like everything's great, but it's like, it wasn't like mind blowing, like this is unbelievable. It just was, I think it was
I've
everything
always
else
wanted
that was
it to be.
It's Ricky.
Yeah, it was. It's just like it's fine. It works.
Hey, Ricky's a stud. Ricky.
So it wasn't worth
I did my own
12
work to make it work, so it's fine.
wasn't
You know,
worth
it
12 grand is what you're
It
saying.
was not worth 12 grand. No.
By the way, did you get paid by networks? Again, 12 grand. Did it all even
Yeah.
out?
No, they only give you a little bit for your time and effort, the days that they film, and they give you a couple bucks for it here and there. But because it's a documentary, the rules of documentaries are that they can't like pay you to be on it, because then it's not really, they're not, that's how they explain it to me. It's not really like a documentary. They didn't come and
When you're an
find you. It's
actor.
not like you're not they're not like paying you for answers. And I think if they pay you, they could sway your reasoning or the way that you say things.
So I've said this a million times before, is that, like, look, drink for being stupid. You get, not just you, but just in general, you gave the guy the money. It like not necessarily you got scammed, but here's the caveat. And I've learned this is that, if you're dishonest about what you need the money for, that's where the scam part comes into play.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be as simple as I need $1,000, for my grandmother, and you go and you gamble it. You then can report that person as scamming you. I've now then learned this. So that, for those that are listening going, Bailey, like, you're just being nice to this girl. You've always said drink for being stupid, give him the money. But, he roped you in and lied to you about what the money was for. And in turn, I'm sure you found out that the 12K was for just play money, right? It wasn't for anything in particular.
Yeah, basically what happens is, and because you get mind fucked, you get love bombed, you get mind fucked, you get the whole. There's a lot of stuff on Netflix that we talked about that didn't get aired. My part was very, very small. There's a lot to it that, like, talked about making roots here, talked about a house. He came from the Boston area. He sold his house over there. He had fake statements of like house bills of like things that he was buying here. He was supposed to buy a house in Lake Nona. Like, he made a fake deed up that like he was going to go buy into it. And like, there was a lot of stuff that like never really showed how manipulated this person really is, and like all this other crazy stuff. And I think at a certain point, like, I'm 40 and I know I was dating him. I think it was, I don't know, 39-ish, 38, turning 39. Like, you want to find the person. You want to be in love. You want somebody to be there for you. You want to set roots. You want to do everything. And you get to a point of as a woman, for me at least, I wanted to find that person so badly that I all the red flags and all the things that were like hitting my head saying, this isn't the right thing to do, kind of went out the window. Cause I was like, I can handle it.
He's creating a pretend life. He's weaving all this stuff. So
we had
how do you uncreate that? Are you getting some help, therapy, anything to
a lot of alcohol?
No. Seriously,
It ain't dry January.
Seriously,
you're talking to a woman that died twice off of fentanyl, so she knows about,
I get that. No, seriously, are you getting some help to undo the damage?
Yeah. I've started doing therapy because I think it's a lot down the road too. Like, there's a lot of stuff in my life, like with relationship wise. I had a great family. I have great parents. I have nothing. I no bad childhood that would be like, oh, I've had a really tough life. Like, if I needed anything, if my parents, like, if I had a problem and I'd be like, I need some money, I need help, they would bail me out of anything. I think it's just, I've always had troubles in the love department. And I think it's just one of those things where I have to be able to talk to somebody about like why I let these people in or why I let this. So Ricky, the whole story with Ricky and what happened, like, I've been talking to therapists and been talking to like getting into the deeper side of it. Like, why is it that this guy was the one that did it? Why is it that you do these things where like you might go off with somebody and just like hook up with them, and it's like you don't feel like you're trying to fill a void that might not actually be filled. So
I can answer that for you. I'm really, I take pride in reading people that I just, so if you don't mind, I'd like to take a shot at this, and please tell me if I'm off.
Okay.
You're 40 years old, right?
Yep.
You have been, for the most of your life, a fun girl. a party girl. You've enjoyed your single days, which would tell me that there, as you look back now, probably not only a lot of mistakes that you've made now, not then, because then it was fun, but there were probably a lot of opportunities with guys that you screwed up because you didn't want it at that time because you were having such a good time.
Yeah.
Now you've reached that 40-year-old age. All of your friends are married. They're having kids. They've
Yes.
settled down. And you're telling yourself you're in a rush, especially if you want children. So
Yeah.
because of that, you're now forcing yourself to settle for guys that you should not and normally would never settle for. And that's
Yeah.
why you're getting screwed over, because there are guys that can read that. They can smell that a mile away.
No
And
way. Yeah.
am I right?
100%.
Thank you.
Can I add one more thing?
Go for
I
it,
think-
Melissa.
I think that your confidence level has dropped as well.
Oh,
I don't think you're
100%.
as confident. And dating has changed. We've talked about that before, right, Bailey? Where the whole atmosphere, we don't know how to act. We don't know how to find people anymore because
Yeah.
the whole thing has changed. You know, you go into church is ridiculous, at least for a gay woman. Forget that. You know,
No.
they kick me right out the door and are afraid the whole thing is going to implode. You know, you can library, grocery store, and nowadays you only find heavyset people in the aisles. Everybody.
Nope, stop. That's not true.
Costco. I heard Costco's the place to go. I signed up for a Costco membership.
Or instant shoppers.
Hold on.
Instant shoppers.
Let me tell Jeannie, my trick, my secret that very little people know
I
on
know.
where to find the guy of your dreams. And you'll
There it is.
never in a million years think of this. Publix,
BOGO.
BOGO. Okay.
BOGO.
Everybody loves BOGO. So the idea of finding the perfect mate is to automatically have chemistry because of something in common.
Yeah.
So if you go to
Yeah.
Publix, usually on the weekend, right? They're having their BOGO specials, and you find somebody that's buying something that you would too buy, then you can strike up a conversation. Oh, 8 bottles of Ken salad dressing. That's a lot of salad dressing. So
BOGO though, so you get even more.
you're buying 4, but you're getting 8. You go, that's crazy. I love salad too. And then this guy then says, yeah, you know, I'm big into health. I actually, you know, I'm a personal trainer, so I eat salads all the time, you know, and, you know, recently divorced because my ex-wife, she loves to give my kids a bunch of junk food. So I'm trying to get them to eat more salads. Dude, you just learned everything you need to know about that guy and you're not even on a date. And then that's when you pull you sound amazing. You would, you know, and a like really good guy. You wouldn't happen to be single now, are you? Well, I am. Well, would you mind making me a salad?
Got plenty of dressing.
Would you like to toss my salad?
Oh,
But you see,
Boom.
Jeannie, you see what I'm saying right there. So now you-
Publix. I live right down the street. Like I live right down from Publix, right there.
See,
The
Publix.
downtown one.
uh,
No, I
try,
go there all the time.
try the BOGO dating
Doing
tactic.
BOGO.
Yeah. And
Maybe I should like wear a little like microphone and like actually like go around and like do like a podcast and just talk about it. And we can do like weekly meetings and be like, did you meet anybody?
We
at
call
Publix?
it the
The other
Bailey
thing that-
BOGO dating technique. The
yeah,
Bailey
just come
BOGO.
back on the show next week we record. Come back on the show. If you do it, I'm gonna, because we've been talking through DM on Instagram. I'm gonna give you my cell. Shoot me a text and let me know if you do it seriously. And I'm telling you, it's going to work.
Is this the gay? Is this the gay Publix that you're
It's
next
the
to?
one. It's the one right downtown.
Fern-
so they're
Fern
kinda
Creek.
there.
It's the gay Publix.
no,
Oh, you-
she's Fern
This is-
Creek.
No, this is the one that's on Pine. I shouldn't really say it because I live right, but whatever. It's like, you can see it right there, Paramount. It's right underneath Paramount. So it's like it's the one
gay,
right by the Lake Eola one.
the gay Publix is buy
The
one,
gay-
3 free. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
totally
yeah.
different Publix.
But
Okay.
I love that Publix. That's the nice Publix. It's so
I know.
clean. Everybody's polite.
The Publix on Shine actually for like 10 years in a row was the #1 dating spot in Orlando via Orlando Weekly.
Right?
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. For like 10 years
you
in
know
a
what I
row.
decided to do? Like, so Publix has this one thing, and I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to take your advice. Is they have, but I think I'm going to bring it bring a stool or a chair or something, and a sign behind me. You know what I mean? And there's a section in Publix that does the pre-made foods and the meals and everything like that. But they do singles, and they do these single packages, and they go in there, and you could just take them home and you put them. I do them all the time down here. And I thought about it like a month ago, and I'm like, I just sit at a stool, and anytime somebody grabs one of the single ones, and they don't grab two, or they maybe grab two, and I could just be like, single? Is that dinner for two?
Love it. Love it.
Wednesday on $5 sushi day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a day. Yeah, and then you go, if they only grab one package of the $5 sushi, then you go, hey, have you got a lunch date?
So, Jeannie, whatever happened to Ricky, the bad guy that's scamming the women out of money that was all on Netflix's LoveCon Revenge? Whatever happened to this guy?
So, other than the stuff that you haven't seen on Netflix, there is still some more, but whatever. We won't even get into that part. But there's parts that he got arrested here in Orlando. It was July 3rd. So I found out he got arrested. That was on the show. You know, they pull out with the guns. You're under arrest, all this stuff. Yeah. He was here in Orlando, I think, for a month in the holding center, like over at, OBT prison. It's lovely place,
Right.
And here for a month, and they transferred him back to Rhode Island area. And I think he had a lawyer, got out for a little bit, whatever. He got out on bond, had some trials. And the day that the show aired, on the 5th, was his actual sentencing day. And he got sentenced. They put him in. He got sentenced for not only, but he got sentenced for 3 years.
Wow.
Out on 5 months on good behavior, which is kind of bullshit, but whatever. But he got sentenced for 3 years, out on 5 months. If he's on good behavior, he has to go to, I think, intoxication and drug therapy, and he has to also go through mental health therapy through the state and everything. And then he also has to pay back Bridget. What is it? Restitution for almost $14,000 to Bridget. It wasn't for me because I never put any Florida charges on him, because technically I really didn't have any proof. I didn't have him going to an ATM. The banks were he wasn't in the bank with you. We can't even see that you just handed him money. And that was the thing that kind of sucks. I'm like, if you ever do this, don't, girls or guys, but film it, get him to sign it, do something that you see that you have it. Cause the only thing that we have is text messages back and forth with him paying me back. And it was just we can't prove that he took any, there's no proof. And it is what it is. It's just a loss for me.
Has he contacted you since?
Oh, yeah. On different phone numbers, cell phones. During this whole thing, when they shot the thing with Netflix, they had to reach out to him and say, hey, if you have time to speak, you have time to talk to us. What do you want to say? You don't have to, but we're giving you the chance because we're going to put this out there. And they told us they were going to say something to him. And he messaged me the same day. I can't believe you. You're such a liar. This is ridiculous. I told you I was going to pay you back. You told me not to worry about it. And I'm like, well, I told you, don't give me the 12 grand right away, but payment plans of $500, $1,000 a month would be nice. But you've been gone for almost a year and a half without talking to me. So fuck you, man.
Did he reach out and hey, I'll get you the money back. Let's go grab a drink and let's talk. Did he try to rekindle?
He didn't. No, he never tried to rekindle. Never like that. But he was just very angry and very tries to turn everything around. It's my fault. I was the one that gave him the money. I was the one that said it was okay for him to not pay me back right away. But it was it just bullshit. Just very mean, narcissistic. I can't believe you were there. You told me that all these things that you had my back. You knew how crazy Bridget is, his ex-girlfriend. She's crazy. She's just, talking shit.
Would you, are you dating anybody right now?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Would you?
Been on a couple dates, but not dating.
Okay. Would you be interested in going out on a date with the guy above you on the screen? He's a nice guy. I can vouch for him. He's
baby.
he's
I'd
very
go on a date with everybody.
he's
Like, go for
very
it.
very liked in his community in Sanford. He's like
I love it.
he's a thing. Like he's a thing,
It
right?
depends on who who does he watch for his football team, because that
Bucks.
was
I heard Bucks.
oh man.
Yep.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, but
Patriots.
Buffalo Bills.
oh, gee,
Patriots, at least the
Oh
division.
no.
no. But see,
We
that's
won.
but that's
Yeah, finally.
yeah, right. But you're two totally different divisions, you know. So Bills
Yeah.
and Bucks, you still can coexist until the Super Bowl, if you know,
hmm
right?
Ricky was a Patriots fan, FYI.
Right, exactly. So anyway, outside of that, you know, you and the ball badger. I mean, it might go slow,
Hey,
but either way, he's a great friend. If it doesn't work out,
I'm
He-
down.
this dude hasn't been on a date in a long time, right?
Does he know how to date?
I don't think so. So
Oh.
this is even better. You're going to have to kind of walk him through this a little bit. He's a little timid, but he's a gentle giant. He's a large, bald man with a bunch of. Here's the kicker with Ben. Right?
I like this.
Here's the kicker with Ben. Ben is outside of being like the most talented graphic designer that I've ever met.
Oh, nice.
Okay. He is an extremely talented musician in a band at
Good with
one
his fingers.
no, good with his mouth.
He's a
And-
front man, lead
He's the
front
front
guy.
man. And at one time was in a successful band that got radio play. All right. Back in the early 2000s. If you're a rock chick, you might even remember. So there's a lot, and I don't want to give away any more because this is conversation that you two, there's a lot of
Date night, yeah. Don't give too much on the first, talk. You have to like leave some for
I
the
haven't
dinner
given
table.
anything.
you know,
No, I know. It's
so
friends.
here,
Your wingman is tossing all the shit out
Good.
there.
so here's, and don't say it like that because I'm a damn good wingman, Fox.
Hey, I didn't say it was a problem. Just like, it's like you're going to be quiet when you're on a date with when I'm on a date. and you're
So
driving.
here's what I propose. Okay, you two, I'll connect you guys after this show.
Yeah.
Is that Ben, you set up a place where you guys can do a nice little lunch and some drinks or just coffee or something. But I am going to offer up both of you to come into a live ozone therapy spa
Ooh.
on me and do whatever the therapies you want to do, ozone, red light, presso. It's not like a nail salon. This is Central Florida's first and only ozone therapy spa, but it's awesome. Something you've never done before. I own it on me. You guys can come in, do a couple of therapies,
We can hold hands in like the chairs.
No, not
Man.
couples therapy. A couple of therapies.
couple of therapies. Right. So like while you're
Don't
doing,
scare me yet.
like while
I
you're
know.
doing, like while you're doing ozone therapy, he can sit there and talk to you while you're in the Hocket. And what's great about that is that, not that he's going to see it, but you're not wearing any clothes. You have a robe on. So there's that vulnerability while you're in the sauna
Sexiness.
talking to him that I think will kind of break a little bit of that ice.
I like that. Does it work with
Yeah, when you're
broken?
talking to people
Does it work with
naked,
broken hands? I broke my hand recently, so
Absolutely. Yeah. It's
okay, good.
repairs and rejuvenate your cells at the cellular level using activated
Mitochondrial.
mitochondria level. Yes.
So whose face did you hit?
I didn't. I was in a car accident on another date, and the guy was driving, and somebody hit us.
That's why you don't-
Maybe he doesn't want to date me. I'm not the best of luck.
Yeah, that's why you don't date Uber drivers.
I really went down the level of lowness. I just am like, somebody's
Seriously.
gotta love me.
All right. Look, here's the thing, Jeannie. I saw you on Netflix's Love Con Revenge. You're an
Yeah.
Orlando girl. Loved having you on the show.
Not used to.
Thank you.
You got screwed over by this Ricky guys we all saw on this Netflix show. He
Yeah,
scammed you for $12,000. You're a very nice woman, still looking for love. But what did we learn about Ricky scamming you out of the 12K?
Don't trust a Patriots fan. Sorry, Melissa.
Dude had a dad bod too. I mean, he wasn't like,
Oh, he wasn't. But we looked cute in our pictures. I'm glad they put some of those up there. I was like, oh God, I hope they put the good ones up when he like actually did his hair and stuff. Because sometimes I was like, ooh, what am I thinking? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not all
Wolverine.
that. I'm really not. Like, there's a lot of makeup and hair and all this juju.
How about
behind
don't
everything, but
ignore the red flags? How about that?
I
How about that?
think that's when you have a gut feeling about somebody, you have somebody's very pushy about things, don't, kind of take a step back and maybe take a few days to kind of rethink about everything, because I think that was what it was. It was a lot of pushiness that I thought was like caring and love and like wanting somebody that like me, but it was more like I just want to be in the relationship.
All right. Well, look,
I can get.
we're gonna take care of you. Your family now, so you get to come on the show, and I love stuff like this. So I've been dealing with Fox's lesbian, love fest lookout, and now I get to deal with yours. And
I have a friend for you, Fox, that I might, I have a girlfriend for you. You might like. So never know.
Fox is like 80. How old's your friend?
I'm not 80.
She's not. She's like 42. Calm down.
No, Fox. See, I told you look like you're in your 40s.
Thank you. I'm 61.
There you go. Well, she's a little younger, but maybe
Closer to 80.
Yeah.
How younger? She's a little bit younger. She's 31.
30, 36.
I'm in.
I don't mind. Show her a thing or two.
Yeah. Has your friend ever dated a history book before?
How's that bald spot, Billy? Is it going?
I'm not the one needing to go out on a date.
He's like, I already got my girl. It's fine.
Rachel's got to accept the bald spot. She's in.
Hey, man, bald is beautiful.
Yeah, there you go.
It's beautiful. It is.
Thank you. See?
Well, and Ben would put on a wig if you don't like bald. He has a cool long-haired wig. He's got
half of my hair is not real, so don't even worry about it. I like fake hair. Just throw it on there.
Extensions or a wig?
Extensions. Just
I was gonna say you don't have to like
this shit's real.
You don't have like
you have nice long hair. I love it.
Thank you.
I was gonna say you don't have like a Piscia. Was that Alopecia or whatever it is? The chicks of the
no, like Jada Pickett, and you just take it off.
Yeah.
Alopecia.
Can you imagine if I just like bald is beautiful?
Alopecia.
Like Scooby Doo.
Right, Scooby Doo ending.
And now I understand why the 4 really went for you. It's like, I got no hair.
All right. Well, look. Did you so you're 40, so you're 10 years. Did you ever
40?
used to do the chart?
My birthday's next week, just FYI. 41.
Well, Ben will take you out. That's cool.
Virgo?
Yeah, Virgo.
Did you ever do? Yeah, I mean, 10 years younger. Did you ever do like when it was safe, the downtown Church Street party scene stuff?
Oh.
Latitudes.
Latitudes. I got a DUI when I was leaving Chillers for the Dollar Drink Nights one time because we did a that was a hurricane party and I drove home. I was like, I'm fine. Yeah, that was fun.
Not fine.
Not fun when you get arrested. That's why I know where Ricky was because I was there too. A long time ago.
Did you ever do were they Too Hot Tuesdays at Mako's back in the day?
Mako's was the greatest. Mako's 23.
Anything goes.
Drag ladies. Here's the thing. Ladies downtown. My heyday of downtown was like 2008, 2009. I think that was the best time. Between 2008 and 2012, I think were great downtown. And it was just like you had ladies night. You had free drinks handed to you. You had guys would come in with like the jackets and they would just look nice and dress nice and you would bottle service and it was just the best. And now it's just
yeah.
My friends own places downtown, so I feel for them. I feel for the owners. I feel for everybody that's downtown because it's not the same.
Yeah, I hosted a lot of gigs downtown Orlando. Chillers, Latitudes, Big Belly.
A lot of gigs down there.
Taboo, Mako's.
I had a lot of taboos too. That was a lot of fun. Mako's was fun. But I can go further back. Jeannie Lanes, Bonkers, all those places where swing came in, which is before you two kids.
That'd be fun though.
Yeah.
The swing scene in Orlando lasted for about a year.
It was fun.
Jeannie Lanes turned into Bar Orlando.
Yep.
And female mud wrestling, which was my event that we used to do at CJ's, which was in Castleberry, but it started at Kate O'Brien's.
I opened CJ's, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. All right. Well, look, Jeannie, you're awesome. Thank you. And I'll hook you up with Ben. I'll shoot you my number. We can exchange if I don't creep you out. And,
thanks, Ben.
Check your Instagram.
He's already there.
Oh God. Every move you make, every step you take.
Just don't ask me for any money. I don't have any left. Just saying.
You can take out a loan though, right?
Oh, I don't even know anymore. My
How's your credit?
That's all right. Ben's not going to ask you for any money because he knows you don't have any left. Don't ask Ben for any money because he's got the same problem.
Oh, we're working. This is going to be a great relationship start.
How do you feel about saltines?
How do you feel about going on a date at
First date ramen.
This is where Chillers has to be back, like the dollar drink nights. It was great for drinking.
Salvation Army has a free meal on Thursday nights. What are you doing?
Look, Ben's excited to take you out on a date with your birthday coming up, knowing that you're going to get all these free dinners at
Hell yeah,
Longhorn and Denny's and
free desserts. I just say, and I don't even have to be my birthday. I just say it at the time, just like, oh, it's a birthday, and you get a free dessert. Like, why not?
You look trustworthy.
Here's what I'm going to tell Ben without you listening, Jeannie. I'm going to tell Ben that he's going to do something no guy has ever done for you, especially on your first date. Maybe you guys will go out on a date before your birthday. But what I'm going to tell him to do is put together a strategic date for your birthday that they do all these free things. And it has nothing to do with not paying. It's just the fun of going to Denny's to get this. It's going to get a donut here. It's going to Longhorn here, going to Olive Garden here. And you guys can go to these different places and share the dessert and share the appetizer.
You need to write a book because I think
that
is actually the coolest date thing I've ever heard, because the problem is, and this is where I think, and if we have to go, just let me know. Again, I'm rambling, but I'm not a girl that needs a lot. I do a lot for myself. I pay my own shit. I don't need a guy that sits there and I don't want to go on a $300 stuffy dinner. I don't want to go to a steakhouse and sit there and feel and have to dress up. If you seriously just take the time and think about something and plan something, I don't care if it costs $5, you know what I mean? And you just did it. And you're like, that's a good idea.
That's why I was good at dating.
Yeah. Key thing on this is they have to have the apps nowadays in order to get your little birthday gifts. Okay. You get birthday bonuses. You can't just walk in and show your ID anymore, which really sucked when I found that out.
Yeah.
But then that's your little extra,
I'll get
the homework.
Well, she's got to have the apps. So you got to tell her what apps to download because it's her birthday, so she's got to have
September 18th. Just remember, it's Thursday. But I'm not going to be, the only problem is I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be in Vegas for work. So I don't know if all the free things are going to work because then I have to wait.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, Kobe's, they give you a whole month and it's more money off on the meal if you do it during the week. So I think you'll be all right.
So they were good. We're good.
Okay.
Got some homework.
And Spen's just like, this is getting more expensive now. Kobe's, come on, guys.
I'm just gonna go pay for all this shit ahead of time and not tell her that it's free. I swear it's free.
All right. Well, look, we're gonna let you go, Jeannie. I'll shoot you a message here in a bit. We'll have you back on soon. You're awesome. You're very cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't wait to hear about this thing with Ben. I'm very excited. I love this kind of stuff. Love it.
We can do a video. We can do a video recap of the date.
Yeah. We'll do a show recap of the date, actually.
Yeah, you guys can be filming behind us and just be like, this is how it's going.
Don't egg him on. He'll be there.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We'll see you. There you go. Jeannie, ladies and gentlemen. Cool chick. Really.
Right. Yeah. We're getting married.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So I did that because I wanted to see how you were going to react. Did that make you uncomfortable?
A little bit, but it went way better than the Donna D'Erico hookup, so that's good.
Yeah, we can't do stuff with the Donna D'Erico like that. Yeah, that was just a joke. Yeah.
No, she was, the playfulness of it was made it much more comfortable.
You have to understand, I'm very good at stuff like that, like really, really good at it, and she's excited now to go out with you.
It was solid wingman stuff. I really was impressed. I wasn't meaning that as an insult at all, man. I just didn't want you to spill all of, Ben's goodies. You need something to talk about.
I know what I'm doing. I don't need a playbook. I wrote it. You can read all you want on it, but I wrote it. So this is going to be very, very exciting. And you're going to thank me. I'll be your best man and all that good stuff. And when you guys get married, and she is a looker, right?
Why did you read her really well, but how did you miss the low self-worth? Or did you just not want to mention it?
Didn't want to
We
mention.
don't men don't say that to women.
I didn't think.
Okay, so you left that out because you didn't want to berate her, so to speak, or you feel like it was a bad thing to say?
I think it's kind of a dick thing to say.
Well, I mean, everything else was on point. It wasn't exact. I mean, if you're going to tell someone you're going to read them, it seriously was there. You said all of her friends were this, and I felt like, and you were right.
I could have, I said that she partied a lot. I could have used different terminology, but I think everybody understood what I was saying.
I don't think she caught that until I said that about, I felt like her confidence level was lower, and I don't think she read that. And when she agreed about it, I was like,
all right.
No,
got
no, but you were on point though. But I mean,
have you ever noticed?
I was awesome. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
You were great.
What I do? That she always has to one up me. I've worked with people like you are this is why you can't find a lickety split, because you're always trying to one up somebody. You are passive aggressive. You will point out the positives. It's the sandwich technique, right? That you did that, and that's good, and that's good. But you know what I did, and what I'm surprised you didn't do.
I asked you a question. If guys are not able to say something like that, because that was what you beat around the bush.
Ben, help me.
Yeah, we don't say that, and I'm going back to my previous statement because it would have been a dick thing for him to say. It was okay for you to say it because you don't have a mangina.
Exactly. So thank you. Perfect.
No,
it wasn't about manning or one-upping you at all, Bailey. It was a bona fide question.
All right,
I'm sorry, Bailey, what's it?
The one-up thing.
Yeah, that happens too.
Okay.
Yeah, you do that.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that.
Not intentional.
Damn radio pissing contest. I don't know what to say.
Not intentional. I swear. I promise you. It's just a misinterpretation of the Baileyisms.
Yeah. Well, it went without saying. You can tell that she had a party past. You could hear it in her voice.
I didn't understand what you meant by that. Were you you were saying she was rode hard and put away wet?
No, I would not say that. I'm saying that she enjoyed her single life. And there's
talking about my wife that way.
I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with a girl, doing what guys do and bragging about it. Like she wanted to be single. She wanted to go out there. She wanted to party and have a good time. There's nothing wrong with that.
I got to be honest. When you were giving her the rundown, reading her after 60 seconds, as you call it, I felt singled out. Like I felt like you could have been telling me about my 20s and 30s.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, damn it. He knows me so well. He can read my soul. This
like
guy.
He was there, man.
He actually was there. He was the silent assassin in the background, chauffeur.
All right, let's finish this up. Let's get your what the fuck video for this episode.
What the fuck?
Nothing in two. Swinging a foul right back into the screen to stay alive. And that is our first our first beer victim or beverage victim. That foul ball took off a drink that was on.
How do they not have a net? I don't even know who's playing, but how do you not have a net behind?
I thought it went through the net. Like it went just right there.
Did it?
Nothing in two. Swinging a foul right back into the screen to stay alive.
There's no net.
No net. Just right in the beer.
Right there,
Wait. Swinging the foul back into the screen.
No, there's no screen.
You said screen.
All right, hold on.
Nothing in two. Swinging a foul right back into the screen to stay alive. And that is our first beer victim or beverage.
There's a net.
There's a net. Yep.
There's a net. Wow, the ball went through the net and hit the beer. That's crazy, Tom. All right. Look, thank you for listening. Thanks for the support. Remember, this is a Freebay episode. We have other episodes during the week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Those are for subscribers of the BS, like Monday, Honey, I Raised the Kids. That's a free episode. Friday, The Vinyl Road. That's a free episode. Wednesdays of the BS. That's a free episode. Remember, 3 different shows, 5 days a week on the Bailey Podcast Exchange, one feed. Hopefully you're on Spotify. so you can watch it, because the other platforms, don't, even though the free episodes I put up on the Bailey Show YouTube channel. But I'm asking you if you would please subscribe to get the other episodes. There has been a lot of chatter, especially because of yesterday's release episode. There was a lot, the whole conversation was about the Charlie Kirk assassination, and our 2 cents, my 2 cents about those people that thought it was, for whatever reason, a good thing to celebrate and post, especially those in my bubble on social media. So interesting feedback from yesterday's episode. Then I've seen an uptick in subscribers just since that episode was released. So anyway, if that's your thing and you want all this content, it's only $4.99 a month, and you can subscribe by going to jasonbailey.com. I would highly appreciate it. It would support the cause. Thank you very much. If you do already, and if you don't, if you will, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're a business and are interested in possibly sponsoring all the shows, 5 days a week, you get all the shows, you get the social media, over 1 million downloads for this podcast. We have an audience throughout the world, definitely throughout the country. Please reach out to me. All my information is on jasonbailey.com. Let's have a conversation. We have great sponsors, and if you decide to use any of those sponsors, tell them the BS sent you. And thanks to our title sponsor, Once Upon a Coconut, onceuponacoconut.com. Best damn coconut water in the land. Remember, BS Podcast 10 at checkout if you decide to order online, and you can save yourself some Geetuses by using BS Podcast 10. All right. Foxx, you got anything before we get out?
Yeah, like Johnny Lee said, I'm looking for love in all the wrong places.
Actually, you would say you're looking for love in all the wrong places.
Licking.
Licking in spaces.
You're looking for love in all the wrong spaces.
I don't know whether to love you or hate you.
Thank God for that chin.
It gives her a buffer. Okay, Ball Badger, you got anything before we get out?
I do. I want to challenge you. I want to challenge Foxx. I want to challenge everybody watching. Do 3 good things for somebody tomorrow. See how it treats the world.
Okay.
Cool.
I did one already for you today.
You did, man. You got 2 more before the night's over. Yeah, and actually, I'm actually kind of curious how this is going to play out. I think this could be more than a bit.
No, well, yeah, you'll see. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be good for you. All right, look, thanks for listening. Thanks for support. Continue to listen to the shows this week. Remember, 3 different shows, 5 days a week. I've got all the content that you could possibly need. No need to go anywhere else. Just right there on your Spotify. Boom. The BPX, the Bailey Podcast Exchange. Talk to you soon. And bye.
Thanks for listening. Till next time, check out thebaileyshow.com. Make sure you like, share, follow on all socials. I leave you with these parting words.
Never got a pink slip either. You know what I would get? A guy would come around to my desk and say, "Get the fuck out of here!"
What do we want to talk about?
3 different shows, 5 days a week, 1 feed, details, and to subscribe, jasonbailey.com.